Got some good boosts. It can be a bit of a nightmare in terms of if you don't default properly.
Coming out Bleed's pick, going with what seems to be their most confident map so far, and it's no surprise, you know, even going off
grim walls, so yeah,
that's
the thing.
now,
You got a lot of walls in this one.
Most of these players
will
have played on
turn
for
it down
so
here.
long. All of them have a very long history here in VCG. So they can kind of stick to the basics. They will be starting on attack.
Yeah, they should be a little bit better. Hopefully the sound's good.
It's just an absolute god here, right?
Yes.
But obviously that hasn't gone undetected by PRX.
Okay,
so
PRX on defense, Bleed on attack.
Bleed still got to have that kind of cautious mindset, knowing that there's a reason why we saw
anything crazy? Not really. We get that. Get the attack killjoy with the sheriff.
I mean, we see some of these agents go with that
Dude,
sheriff
they didn't have these earlier.
But
sheriff.
Jets, yes, they pick up the sheriff, but you're on attack. You're going to go in without the
Wait, they've been doing this a lot,
really
man.
banking on having a good setup, as Bleed's just going to make sure that they take over mid. Now, this is something that Bleed's been consistently doing, is really pressuring mid from the pistol round early on in each round.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
now,
and I mean, mid is free. Mid is free against the Sage.
It
That's the
keeps
thing.
the contact for the moment. No one's home for now. But look at this. Door's been closed on market. And Jing still has a wall, so if they try to explode onto that
yeah, and I like this B-hold at the moment. They're going to wall, they're going to recon, and they're trying to funnel them to go. Oops. And funnel them to go over towards stairs.
Anybody without any contact on A main. PRX has a decent idea. They've got a feeling that it's coming now. When that smoke coming out, they're fairly well aware.
And they want to funnel them to go stairs for sure. And Divide just sends it in off the contacts. Lovely smoke on this as well. Dude, this is a nice defensive pistol from them. Ooh. That's a shot though. I like this though. Wall goes up, funnel them, recon behind.
Take the B side, plant the spike down, and force Mindfreak into the 1 versus 2. Does have a dark cover to play something, as well as the pickup on that sheriff. Knows it Relentless low. If he can get the first pick, that's gonna be good. Sees the shot.
Damn, bro, just out here meat shotting, just body shots. 25, nice 1v2. The shame for Bleed, they needed a good start on this.
Just a little bit of a jolly start for good old Mindfreak. Great awareness there. Saw the
big
second
fan
shots
of this
coming out
pistol.
as well. Knew the second member was also Boathouse on the same side. Just goes through the repeat, lines up the cross ride.
Meat shots, yes. Bardov.
Great timing from Divide. And
2 years of watching Bardov cast, that's what I do.
A lot in this 1v2 clutch. It's a close one, but the sheriff, eventually, it goes to hurt Bleed in the end.
Yeah, I like that too. Just hyper-focusing on the wall itself. If you put that wall specifically there, everyone comes through on the stairs, people that will be
Divide is buying every single gun right now. Okay, they all buy into it, so any bit of damage is good here. They get the plant in terms of Bleed, but they still don't go for anything on top of it.
The push of Bleed.
Standing ahead. The early wall this time, of course, now with the anti-eco coming out from PRX, they know that it has to be pistols. Sure, there was a plant, so
teams need to be aware of PRX pushing smokes. Dude, it's hard to play against PRX. You need to be aware for literally everything. Like the amount of concentration you have to have. And I swear IGLs do so much worse against PRX. They're always trying to look at their minimap and they always get caught off.
Does get that refrag quite quickly.
Because they do anything. They do anything and everything, and they will peek you. And they will push you.
Zest tries to challenge, but now Forsaken is very aware. Looking into the position of the rest of the Bleed players, they're coming in onto a short, using that false kind of contact for Zest, who has the spike on B main. But then, of course, PRX not biting into it.
Oof. That's why Bash's experience is different. Bro literally just doesn't look at his minimap, probably. Just, what are they doing? Just full focus on the crosshair, for sure. Okay, not too bad. They lose a Spectre on this one.
Yeah,
that's
this is what we've seen.
What does he buy?
For a while now, right? They're not just angrily pushing in to get that contact. We've seen this a couple of times now, even in their match against Team Secret, where they like to
my go-to rock, paper, or scissors. Dude, I don't oh.
I love that energy. You love to see it.
I don't play enough to have like a go-to, to be honest. I feel like I just judge it off the player that I'm playing against.
You've got the rifles.
I don't think I have a go-to, or at least if I do, I haven't noticed.
Obviously, with the bonus coming in for PRX.
You play it so often that you have a go-to.
Because of the early investment in round 2, PRX, I mean, it's 4 rifles. It's not exactly quite a bonus. It's more or less a buy round.
There's a recon that goes out towards
there. I also have to ask,
that's a nice recon.
Sure about what's happening, but of course,
I like this. Well, the recon
Scary's good. The double swing, Mindfreak's going to get overwhelmed. That is
Recon out to try and get a lot of
possible sign here for Bleed to start moving their forces onto this.
Try pinch him over towards A and get a little bit of early kill. Didn't happen, but I still like it. Still enjoying the PRX setups at the moment, even though all the time they're looking they're not the ones winning them around.
Ever be peeking out alone, right? If they're pushing, there's gonna be someone for the trade.
They're looking for 2 kills.
Ready for a second member. That's gonna be an early pickup. See if they can make this a flawless as Ye dashes in. He's not able to land the entry kill. Divide seeks right back into the smoke.
Oh my god, the timing is so good of his flash. Okay, well, there were the 2 kills. Now they're looking for a round win.
The fragment and then the double from Divide, doing wonders for PRX here on the bonus.
That is beautiful. I mean, there's a little bit of damage onto the remaining players, sure. Might give a chance here for Jing if he somehow manages to pick up a weapon, which he cannot because everything's just been either dropped A main or inside the site. He still has Sheriff. He's still got the wall. You can see that PRX is just maybe aware that someone could be lurking around short. Now that they've done with it, it's a 2-man push onto Heaven. There's the contact.
Oh no.
Both of them get the pick,
and they roll him off. Oh my god. There's no way they win this 3v5. That should never be possible. How's Divide getting 2? How are these 2 winning the 2v3? He walled him off afterwards. Dude, give me Jing shot. I want to see Jing shot. How's he?
already all the way past.
He won this
ready
one.
to go for the drop, and they have no idea. I mean, that peak actually cost Bleed a little bit, and you can't blame Retla. It's just a timing here that's favored. But Divide, great fragment.
Dude, Divide got unlucky to not get another hit.
Ye stranded on an island.
Ah, I didn't see the Jing shot.
That leads all the way to the 2v3 retake, and the wall as well.
How do they make rounds like that look so easy and doable?
I'm sure played against the Sage on
Stupid.
Ascent.
Okay, Bleed just enough money to buy into this one. They're not actually missing any util, so that's pretty good.
Jump up, he's very aware, but
that's a lie. I think Rattler's missing 1 molly. That is the only thing right now.
That little bit of contact.
Something gets the op out.
It's a little bit straightforward here for Bleed
and insta reposition Recon to see if he can get to this angle.
But Forsaken's just ready for it with a Recon dart.
So because they have no killjoy,
Recon goes top mid.
Trying to find a way to leave
he has to make this spot short if he wants to take a swing to middle, but
other parts of the map. And that's something that Bleed, I'm sure, is aware of. They would love to pressure mid a lot more, but with an op like that, it's not going to be easy. They have to start to push and pull in other parts of the map like they are right now. Wait for PRX to falter just a bit.
Ooh, this is the perfect time if they actually want to push for mid now, because Tailwind's already been expended by something. So if they want to actually go that aggressive, something also has to put himself on the line.
That's ludicrous, man. This observer must just be like, for God's sake, why is everyone peeking every angle? Dude, Recon goes in, scan, and then just takes the swing after it.
Still on A side as well, so
yeah,
I mean, no matter what the plan was, it's breaking apart for now. But the idea was that you leave him there. If you need him to lurk all the way into Pizza, you do that to go for a
their
mate.
buy rounds are so
I mean,
their buy rounds are so painful.
But he gets picked off because he's already down.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
by
it was
the
just
stairs.
2 nice peaks from PRX.
They can catch a sight of him.
What else can I say here?
Bleed, they already invested in the half armors this time. They decided to buy up again, and that is going to cost them only maximum 250 credits on Darion, and that's it.
This is
the
exactly
Bleed Force, I mean, it was kind of just because they got the plant in both of the rounds, they basically meant that they could buy.
For the moment, but it seems like right now
so it wasn't really a force. They were missing 1 molly. It was so fine.
Yeah,
bad news is they did like literally no damage.
And usually it has been the Fade meta for him as well, especially last year. So
PRX are out of control in terms of money. They're gonna get their ults online after this round. So this is kind of a must-win round for Bleed because the rounds after are gonna be a nightmare.
I mean, you have just the Silva and KO to really go for these timing on those info calls. And they're able to get everything they need. And I mean, with leaving mid open, right? Whether it's just closing the door, whether it's pushing out from another side.
First time PRX are playing this comp? I don't think so.
Very well. This time it's another one-way here.
I mean, I've at least seen this multiple times from them.
That at the end of the day, Bleed's the one who has to use their util first to fish for info.
Great time knife. This guy doesn't get scanned by the Recon as well.
That PRX have completely set up onto that A site, and Bleed are being punished for it.
Was this anti? The fact that if they always hit, they always use this Recon and it didn't scan this corner? Maybe.
You will get picked off as Retla just haphazardly spams through the smoke. That at least gives them a bit of a chance here. And wait, who uses the
2v4?
Scary on short. Finds big contact onto Forsaken here. 1 versus 1. Great little tag. Scary out in no man's land.
Oh, he gets tagged.
Oh, he's so dead.
Something waiting. choosing to use the shorty, but Scary converts. Forsaken finally gets the punish, and that's only going to be Retla.
Oh man, I've missed this team, bro. I've missed this team. Who else would make that decision? I'm trying to think. If you had 1,000 pro players,
Bleed's been pushed, right? You're already 4 rounds down going
do
into that
any more of
round.
them other than him
for that ult, right? I mean, yeah,
do
you
that?
can go for
I don't think so.
Spike pick up in another round.
Polvy,
you use it to try to create a curveball.
Yeah, Polvy's
That's
pretty
all
crazy,
fine,
to be
but
fair.
gets tagged right before his smoke goes up, and he's not
Oxy might
able
as well.
to
I'll give you
continue to
3
pressure
right now.
as much as he wants. And just sees, different positions from PRX each and every round here on A site. Bleed this time,
I think everyone else uses the ult.
Not expending too much utility. They understand that PRX are going to be split because they have to, because there's no other way to control mid for them. And they just go
yeah, I
for
love this
the
one.
Stack.
Yes, different version of Vision Strike as you go to the top.
Crunch, but it's Retla
Okay, respect. Retla just shuts this one down fully. And again, I like the idea.
Yeah.
The cool one.
A bunch of like YouTube highlight.
Yeah, we used to do the same strat.
It doesn't work like this for PRX. I was so excited for it too. But Bleed have seen it.
Yeah, it did seem like there wasn't as much util timed, with the flashes and things like that. Obviously, not a heavy investment from PRX, but Retla,
I mean,
this
honestly,
time,
Retla was
nice
just
trade
anti-flash as well.
Only 5 HP remaining, but it's a 4v2 for Bleed.
5 HP, but Retla's done enough here. You would hope.
Here, so it's all about that contact.
2v4.
Dodges a lot of things actually. Now as he tries to time the peek through the paranoia, we'll get the first one that is spiked down. They know that Mind Freak is.
Okay, lovely round. Gonna shout out Retla here. First time where PRX go like super set aggro.
Ruined his recoil there, and that's going to be the first round picked up by Bleed.
Yeah, this is a step there from Mind Freak, and that will give that round. But overall, I mean, you get the early kills, and you just wait. You go for the re-clear.
Yeah.
I like that from Retla as well. Make sure, do we want to go here or not? Because it's already 2 members down from mid. No matter which site you go to, you're going to have an opening. You just want to make sure you don't get caught off guard on the timing. Yeah. So a good call.
Aaron,
simple,
thank you so much, man. Aaron, appreciate the prime. And Kodachi FPS with the prime. I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Forsaken waits to shoot. Okay.
They can't push through this more than anything else. It's the
this is really bold, guys.
Keeps them tracked down. They did wait a little bit before they start using.
There's a wall here as well. Oh my god.
He has his ultimate, or are they just gonna maybe escape as he tries to delay them with a couple
he would love to. Oh my goodness, I was gonna say he would love to reload, but let's do it this way.
Off of the Odin damage earlier, it's gonna be a
okay, Jack is over towards site. Oh man, dude, there is so much going on, man. Let's hope the observer's like fully awake.
It's gonna be quite difficult. Yay. Could actually make something happen right now.
Spike still. I mean, I think the Jet needs to do a play.
The smoke right in front
These
of their
guys are not getting out of the choke point.
This flash would actually give them a little bit of leeway as they try to push it onto the site. Now that they come in through, Cloudburst come in and something with the headshot.
Ow, dude, he hit his head on the tree behind.
Coming around the corner, has the operator hand.
Oh my god, he's so insane, bro. He's so gifted.
Actually, 2 with the blades and 1 with the op. My math is bad, but something is great.
Dude, he even messed up the jump by hitting his head on the tree that's out of side of the map here.
That's why we don't do it too often, but something, he'll go for those kills any day, and it does look
and he's
like
still hitting
we'll
that.
be looking at a timeout. I mean,
that's a straight up reset.
I'm not surprised that it didn't come earlier, because in the early parts, I mean, it's PRX just having a better hard read, right, on some of these rounds, and the pistol and things like that. Of course, it's Bleed trying to get used to the Sage, and a couple other parts about this PRX maneuver.
So sick.
It wasn't a necessary timeout early
Bleed win 1 round, they lose the next. 1,900 loss bonus. How many did they lose into the other round before? 2?
Right? A little bit
the 2 of them can't buy.
Trying to just force the call that you had to go for that lockdown, despite the Odin spam, despite people already being taken down low over on B main.
Yeah, 100%. Again, there's so many approaches that we've seen already from Bleed, and it should be working. But PRX are just so
would the format be instantly fixed if it was 18 players instead of 6? No, not really.
Would be for Bleed there, right?
It would still be one group against the other group.
Might not just be that accustomed to the Sage just
it would be
yet.
better because we wouldn't have singular limb.
He has used for the most part. I don't think we've seen too many of the slow orbs. It's just primarily the walls, and it is kind of confusing Bleed on their approaches.
Well, a lot of it is also Bleed hasn't really been trying to push
so a lot of people couldn't buy here. I'm pretty sure it's 2 of them. Might even be more in terms of the maps, but it's looking like it's this guy they couldn't buy. So instead of deciding to force, which I think they honestly really could have done, and they wouldn't have been missing too much. They decided to eco. We got hero gun, hero knives, and we're going to start looking at this and this for the hero knives, because you got a knife and a KO to cancel it. There's a wall straight up over towards B as well, so got to be breaking that one. Guns, you got to break that, a ghost.
And you saw, I mean, Bleed using their own 0 point over on A main, so PRX, no reason to be pressured too much just yet. You see the early push out from the turret as well, so you know that
I like this wall, it goes around the corner, so you could think that someone's on the edge of this, so you don't feel like super comfy to knife it. It does break one section on the left.
This is perfect, though. They know that Devi has actually
used flashing over, dash?
So Ye, he's got free reign to go for his
no
first
updraft.
Contact. Question now is Duryoung going to be able to assist him, or just, well, use the smoke and just come in?
Honestly, they've chosen the right thing to do here.
Oh, the Odin trying to catch a target. Devi's going to find one in mid through the smoke, though, so that's KO.
Everyone's spamming through smokes at the moment.
4v5, can you clear back house? Yes, you do. Ye gets
I'm not sure they wanted to do that because they now give him a gun.
Now evening the numbers. The res comes back up. 4 members still alive, and a nice soft shot on the backup from
Tell me Zest doesn't
That's
ult.
perfect as well.
Okay, well, you can't now.
The bait of Jing reviving somebody as well. 3 players in the back of the site. Dart overshoots, but that shouldn't matter too much. As you can see, Forsaken's just putting out the suppressing fire. Something coming right in, but Redla's so prepared. This man has been dealing damage. Ye as well. Redla, it's the combination, and now it's just Forsaken alone.
Ended up ulting in the 3v3, not bad at all.
He's got the Odin. He might have to just back away,
a little bit risky,
escape with his life, because this is a bleed round.
Yeah, he's just going to look for a couple exits, it seems. Quite a few creds over on the side of PRX.
Lovely round from Ye as well.
Down. And what's his weapon of choice? We are going to see the op picked up
more
by Zest and 2 rifles.
Big round for them. They saved a lot of money for the next round. They win this. They got 3 upgrades. One was a Bulldog upgrade, but the other was 2 of the straight up guns.
You cover that consistently with the Hunter Siri. The other 2 members can now only focus on lane, and they're able to clean up the kills. I mean, Retla, he's been picking up more frags each week here for Bleed, and he's continuing to lead the pack quite a bit.
They actually played that after pump pretty well.
100%. You make more splash with throwing out the pebbles than one big rock. They did not actually.
I mean, it was a lot down to shots. It wasn't like too many crossfires, but they at least had like the coordination of who's watching and in charge of where was good.
Yeah, I mean, if you do pick it up, you're always going to have to kind of go for that trade right afterwards, right before the entry. So now that they've done the
drone goes clear, drone goes in, clears close mids, knife goes on top of it. They save the recon. When teams do this, sometimes they just like to go fast.
But not on this one. Dude, Devi leads into the wide swing. And that's
this is what I'm saying, dude. This team, it's like at any point on any part of the map, they can swing you, and their aim is so good that you have, unless you're like super on it,
Smart Money's probably just gonna
it's hard for you to win the duel.
On that A short, you know, kind of compress yourselves. They are going to try to
if you don't punish this team, you get
Scary
wrecked.
By himself on A main to be the pinch play here, and then of course just one
He's
more
so
player
alone
on
there.
B main
Yeah,
so
but it's a 50-50 duel.
You know,
like it doesn't matter for Ye there.
The contact's going to be good. Devi, he's been the pillar for PRX. 1 versus 1.
His positioning isn't wrong. It's just the fact that he lost 50-50. That's it.
As 2 remaining players of Bleed, does Scary have his TP? Pick it up. The
no
spike,
way, he's still alive here.
Go for that battle on mid. There's too many of them, but he's done Jing. And can he go for another one? Absolutely not. One more. Scary. A main. Mind Freak spotted. 1 versus 1 for the meantime. 2 players of PRX coming around the corner. Maybe flank on top mid. 13 seconds. Whatever happens here, Scary does not have enough time.
Yeah,
they heard the orb as well. They know exactly where he's at.
They win one, they lose the next. Money's low, but I mean, this guy can drop. Ye can drop.
A big win. I mean,
all good. Get a buy round in.
And then he finishes it. Gets the
pick off on Ye
2
in a row at the moment.
That does make Bleed's game plan.
Yeah, once the kill goes down at middle, and it's really hard once you lose your jet on this map.
They understand. Okay, if you were stuck on A main, the only other part that we haven't.
But it's not even. I'm not even that mad at it.
It's going to be A short near tree. So they go for that clear. It's a double, and they win out the trades.
And I love that too from PRX.
It's just a straight up confident swing at middle.
There's only 2 spots in A short that you, or this 1 spot.
What's going on here? Why is something got a judge?
And that's underneath that like arch that you're seeing right now in front of the.
Everyone's got enough money. This could have been a drop.
You're kind of just aware that you could.
My guy, man, goes close, buys a judge when you have full money, so you're not going to expect it.
There to just kind of push in before they, you know, maybe get flanked by PRX.
Well, coming into this round,
there was a question the other day of who would I have in my Pacific team. I would definitely have something.
So they know that this should be weaker on A, but it's a Judge, and that's
dude, this is what I'm saying, dude. It's so good at this kind of stuff when you don't expect it. It's incredible. It's such a sick play. It's so good.
Jumps around the wall as well. What a round!
That right there could have been Fnatic against
right
3K every single round.
They know that if we continue to show some presence, someone has to be around.
I'm the biggest fan of this buy. It was so
Someone
sick.
has to watch that now that the Sage is down. And they were right. It was just one guy, but he had a Judge.
I wonder if this was anti, by the way. I wonder if
yeah.
Did
Holy.
I wonder if it's when they, you know, when people do their default knife out towards A, normally it shows that no one is holding close, right?
It's a Joker's laugh.
Yeah, there you go.
Because if you do knife over towards A, people have protocols where they literally just walk into A main if their knife doesn't hit. And the only place the knife doesn't hit is literally close to a judge. But people are normally only scared of it because of money. When people don't have enough money,
it's not even necessarily does this timeout give us the best
it could
chance
actually be like a
win
straight up genius play.
But it's a matter of, well, the course we're going now does not lead to a win, right? That seems to be the pattern so far.
There's a chance
and I'm not surprised, right? Legia consistently is mentioning that they have very basic
either that or I'm thinking way too into it and the guy just wanted to buy a judge. And like with this team, I have no idea. I have no idea. Because it could be genius. Because it would work against other teams as well. Like you could literally just look into other teams. When this knife hits, how do they take A main? Most people just walk in and disrespect a one-way. If you literally just have so much money, you buy a judge, it would work against other teams as well.
Utility just to clear out A main, just in case that someone was there. Looks like not, right? So, like you're absolutely right. There's
and this wall is scary, and you have to make sure you do it right against the box, otherwise you sometimes see it.
PRX, you know, the first MYSU representative.
And then you're kind of very aware. Flash is nice.
Yeah, the thing is, so about that judge, I mean.
Got a teammate to break his knife.
For this contact to pass, but I don't know if I can really blame Bleed. I mean, you can say in hindsight, you know, they should have used Util and whatnot, but until now, saving Util has been what's been gaining them ground. And PRX had all the creds. They didn't need to buy a judge. They just did it because they thought they had a read, and now they have another read as they continue to push out left, right, and middle. Bleed completely trapped in the middle of the map. It's going to be a quick cleanup for PRX.
This team is so funny, dude. I'm so high up on this team right now, I swear.
Out of the open, that is that
this team looks like a nightmare. Like if you go to Shanghai, this is the one team right now out of every region, I think. Apart from maybe, honestly, DRX, I would be like, DRX and maybe Lev as well, from what I'm seeing recently. I would be like, man, they're the three teams that I really wouldn't want to play.
PRX just have their number right now.
I'm not sure I would put DRX up there yet.
With the type of pressure that Bleed's dealing with,
I want to see more of their new stuff.
Yeah.
So far, I feel like when I watch DRX, they're winning off having new stuff.
That out again. The KO just there for early backup in case it's a rush, but now that it's not, it's a quick peek out from something. He catches sight of multiple, so now they know, okay, mid's the danger zone. And Devi will be tasked with holding on to it. He's going to wait. He's going to try to buy time with an early pop flash. He goes out with it. That's one kill. Something not quite arriving in time just yet before the smoke goes down.
No, it's Forsaken's turn to get the judge out. We've got 7K. I mean, imagine there's a backup gun.
And he's waiting at these kind of just cut off visual angles.
This guy, man.
Something just jumps up, and their heads are popping little by little. It's whack-a-mole with the blades.
Keeps going for
more.
more. Holy, nearly got that as well. Okay, massive 3-on-3. We've got pushed and taken mid control, and we might spot them all. We don't spot them all. Back at sight, we got a judge. 1-6 HP, so he's at least getting one.
The smoke is so good because now it forces them to have to check all the way around it, and it gives Forsaken so much more time. They have no idea that it's a judge in the back sight. The spike goes down.
Yeah, they kind of worked out well though. The 6 HP to Discovery's there. He was going to die no matter what. Someone else with full HP checks that, it's done.
And then the paranoia, they are trapped. The spike goes out. Scary gets a heroic pick. That's one from Jing, and he's not able to connect to Retla.
Dude, where's the reset on Jing's bullets there? You had to wait. I thought the first 2 bullets were going to kill him. Okay, 3. And Retla was involved pretty heavy. We kind of had Retla here, hero rounds, yay hero rounds. I mean, this one at the end wasn't too bad.
Plus the flash from Durian.
Lunar Radio, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you.
A bit more time to play with his food there.
3 and 2 timeouts. Man, in the big buy rounds, they were just swinging.
Had enough of it. Goes with the flash.
It's just swinging them all the time.
That Lagia will have a chance to talk to his team unless
such a nightmare to play against.
Choose to call a timeout, which I imagine won't be coming unless, you know, they suddenly lose the lead or something like that.
Yeah. Ooh.
ISO, yeah, ISO's been played twice, or maybe 3 times. Once in Bind in China, once from Apex on Ascent, and once on Lotus in China again, I think.
Former iteration of the Bleed, like for a few years now, every single time, right? Where tournaments
if an org offered me coaching, I mean, so far I've been offered every year. I just want, like, the only way I'll go back is if it's like a perfect team.
X10, yeah, back in the day, yep.
So, we'll see.
So before they can get themselves into another Masters, so
I reassess every year.
There's a lot of history, you know, between these two.
Have we seen Clove? No.
The players that have been performing the most for Bleed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, these guys have their own history all the way back in APAC before we got into Pacific.
The fake recon.
That they would want to try
is that what they're going for?
The big stage.
The fake recon, and it's a B hit.
Inaugural Ascension member of VCT Pacific, now lead on defense, and they should be a bit more comfortable.
Just showing off, trying to see if you remember the lineup, maybe.
Control of mid.
Wait, what's that one?
They're just checking. Is it going to be a mid?
That's not a thing.
PRX. Immediately, it's going to be a triple stack. Quick rotation, possibly coming in from Darion as well.
They've added a good chunk of utility as well. Scary's got
B-main control. Question mark goes in.
Paranoia in hand, and there it is.
It's a classic.
Mentality of PRX, marching all the way through A short. You can hear the Thunder's footsteps on short here. The wall, give it a bit of leeway.
Flash is great as well. Numbers are dropping. They could cancel, but it's PRX, so it's going to send it.
Rocking a hard place. He's got to have some assistance right now. He is alone. Does have somebody, Retla, on Heaven, but that's not going to be enough.
You got to feel bad for Bleed, man. 5 HP, 10 HP, 5 HP. Everyone's just reeling off some of the damage they've done. It's like, well,
really good decision to just try to chase him in mid as fast as possible.
Kind of did so much damage to everyone. How do you not get a pistol here? And 2-0 in terms of the pistols. I mean, most teams are going to struggle when they lose double pistols, but this.
He thinks that enough footsteps are being made by PRX that he can also mask his own.
And honestly, the B main pressure just kind of made them play a little bit looser over towards middle.
Off that kill, and that shuts off the pinch from Bleed. Now, I mean, yeah, you're down low, but it's just a Marshall. You're on the defense. The force
straight up A hit. We're going to Omen Flash. I mean, Omen Flash goes in.
Paranoia from Scary, but I mean, he doesn't have anyone to feed off of it, so even if he can get that,
I was gonna say smoke,
but in his hand. Speaking of classics, Durian also bringing in his own.
And it's gonna run him over.
Fortunately, PRX
totally run him over.
They attack together, so there was just too many refraggers just in case Durian got one.
Yeah, then you've got that wall next to the door as well with just the pistols. It's not looking good for Bleed here.
I mean, maybe work time.
Exactly the best weapon to
have
try
to be
to
a
go on a
legit
retake,
team.
but if they peek out for you, Ye will take the kills.
Why not? It's about to peek onto this one, out in the open, but there's a bajillion players of PRX. One more, Zest, Retla.
Flash was too high. It might have been. I think it probably would have still hit them. Just the fact they got the timing. I did look at it. It did look a little bit high, but
gonna be exit frags if they can, but
we might see a replay and see it.
Okay. This is why he's the king.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to win, but it's nice damage.
I mean, that's 2 extra ult orbs.
Yeah, they were allowed 1 death.
Quite frankly, right?
And they got 3 extra. That's not too bad for Bleed. I mean,
not need to challenge that. I mean, you're so
this game is still done.
Snowball your ultimates. So in the grand scheme of things, I know PRX likes to play with a little bit of fun on stage, but in the grand scheme of things,
Clove will never get played because Omen's Paranoia is good. If you're just looking blank, yeah, blanket statement, you're right. But I'm telling you, the fact that you can smoke when dead is something that teams can play.
Collected, type aimers, right?
Yeah. Wish I was kind of like that. Get pushed by that and you're like, yeah, no, I'm not in a good spot.
It's
Okay, Odin in Zess's hands this time.
You can gamble.
Now that they hear him back down, but look at this trap.
You could play the weirdest version of Valorant with Clove.
First kill, excuse me, as the wall or switch closes down the door.
Good luck to Zest. Sick gun for this though, but wait, Boston didn't go stairs.
Zest holding on for as much
Devi went spawn to get another kill instead of pinching, and Jing just survives. And you would imagine Ye's here too fast.
Are they aware? He sees him.
Oh my god.
Right in front is going to be Mind Freak. And Ye has challenged one of his own, because Scary has to go the other way, the pinch to the left and right. As PRX is just buying so much time at this point.
So Ye just wants to make sure that he doesn't give up control of that smoke
It's just
area.
morning
amped. Creeping back in for
all it is, bro. I need that
hour.
hour.
Signal for Ye to go for the peak. He gets one. Does he find Jing? Scary will find
Lovely.
it.
Okay, not too bad.
2v2 retake from Bleed.
Not too bad. We'll see how high this number can get.
Yeah, gotta love that pinch that we saw from them. I don't think we saw the other player of PRX get hit by the paranoia, but
PRX kind of have to eco because they went for
what
this.
A trap as well.
Yeah, this was a Bleed. Yeah, that was a nice try. I mean, if Retla had connected even onto something, it would have just completely shut down the round for sure. Yeah, eventually they had to rely on the retake, but it was a good way to delay, make sure the backup arrives. Now, the default continuing the same way. Alarm bot in mid. Still going to be 2 members over on B.
Bleed doesn't look as messy as they used to be. That's the thing, they are improving. Week by week, they are actually improving.
It's the break of economy too for PRX.
Bro, you gotta, I mean,
okay, there's the,
I don't think we can compare them to Kickoff, because
still charges through that. No one
apparently it was a dead team. You don't want to look at that.
Hyper aware.
But in terms of even just the split itself, like it does look more put together. This is always, I tell you what though, I will shoot. I will say that this has always been one of their better looking maps in terms of them actually playing together. And I do have a big worry when it's like, when they have a map when Ye is on Jet, it does look a lot better than when he's on Raze.
But now that the smoke resides, now that they
it just looks so much more comfortable for everyone involved.
Back up there for trade, so he backs off, and they just say, we just have to reset. Just buy time whichever site they come towards. It's a timing from Zest, and he will nail the shot. Now the last remaining position, it's going to be the alarm button. So look at that KO on the minimap. He's already ready as well. Darion there
look
to
at
watch
something.
The flank. He'll
shot,
find
man.
Nice
There's some
snap.
shots hidden this round, though.
One in short. Will not connect onto the last member, but Mind Freak all alone, but a Vandal picked up.
Got stuff. What? Through the wall. Okay. Gets a dink onto Retla.
Yeah.
I thought it was
But
going to be a
armor rebuy, gun
there,
rebuy. Let's see, this is a big buy round.
Yeah, in any case, this is what Bleed wants, right? You get that safety from Retla's utility. You have
a lot of the time, Gabriel, it lowers the skill ceiling.
He's at with the Odin, and you can kind of somehow funnel PRX to where you want them to fight you.
Most of their like agent changes have been like to lower the
Bleed, of course,
skill ceiling a little bit.
On the opponents.
Like a lot of the like Leerdo changes. Dude, they get the attack Odin back to spam him. As soon as Zest hears it, he repositions. They go for a fast B. Of course.
This B side is being pressured pretty
Recon
fast.
on
He's
top.
already been spotted. The op
Then
and
into
Odin
the
now stuck
drone.
backside.
Jing has res.
I love the spams coming in. They have to
Dude,
make sure that they
Ye
find
backside
time
has to
to
kill
go
everyone.
through the smoke. It's actually something pushing out.
Yeah, and he just gets spammed down.
Those back players on B did not stand a chance at all. Darion gets slowed in. If he just pushed right at that nick of time, could have maybe spotted Forsaken, bringing back Divide to life.
Easy to kill. Yeah, this is a nice B hit on top of this, though. I'll give him that. They had
that's going to be PRX 12-5.
Got KO ults. You can't really do anything in terms of the util, and then you had res as well. And the actual hit, it's nice. It was the hit itself is so nice, man. Divide is so good right now.
This was a good timing to do it in terms of round score as well. You still have a hefty lead.
The amount of times where I'm watching some PRX over towards B, and this will throw teams off as well. Like PRX over towards B, I've never seen a team push spawn as much as them. Something does it, Divide does it, like they all want to do it.
Almost every round, stay in the default until they get the opponents all the way up to the entrance. They wait really long.
Yeah, they decide to go for an aggro strat, recon deep, flash over towards the top, TP to try and get an earlier swing.
But that's about as far as
they shot the recon, so he didn't want to swing with it, and then just Omen flashed and...
He really wants to go for that
okay, this is it, done. You would imagine, unless Zest goes hero mode.
I mean, you think you'll have a timing right as the drone spots you. That's unfortunate.
I feel like
some damage down as well, but
Sage on PRX is just nice as well. Because they're so used to taking 50-50 jaws, and it feels like it's not really 50-50 when it's them taking the jaws, just because they're sick players. And then there's always the res, so it's like...
And now, can Scary bring it
it's
back?
get another go at it.
We've seen him do this before. 40 seconds. It's not the end of the world. There's a couple
and
of
this
chances
is an absolute
for him,
stomp.
but he's got to do it now.
Bladestorm popped as well. Something now looking to go on the hunt alongside his teammates.
Searching for him too.
Yeah, they're trying to just figure out where's the last remaining member. Scary will find one against Devi.
He's got a TP.
Still 4 more though. Door closed. Knows it's a double. Scary lands one. But the pinch around comes from Mindfreak.
Forsaken, bro.
And that is going to be
well, they absolutely stomped him. I'll tell you what, Devi was a beast on this. Devi was a beast. The judge round was really, really cool. I kind of want to know if it's anti. It's probably not, and I'm thinking too much into it, but...
And we were kind of curious.